different elements are the reasons why it's worked. Plus the good karma. We've always been good to our fans. Our fans are number one. And that is really, really the heart and soul of it. When we met the director, he was 15 years old in 1982. He made his way into a club in London, England, called the Marquee, which is where Led Zeppelin played, The Who, you name it, they played there. He made his way into the club underage and right backstage. He began a conversation with Robb, and being a drummer himself, he poured his heart out with love to Robb, and it really hit home with us. What we then went and did is we thought, let's give this kid what we would have wanted when we were 15. We were his favorite band. Let's take him out on the road. We found out he had relatives in Canada, where we come from, and he starts showing up. Well, we took him out on the road. We made an impression on this kid that lasted a lifetime. He went out and became a screenwriter, but not just a typical screenwriter, a screenwriter for Steven Spielberg. Yeah. That's really serious, man. He got in touch with me in 2005. I hadn't seen him in about 20 years. I show up to LA, which he paid for and sent for me and had me come down. It was unbelievable. I look at him, and it's like, you're the same kid, the same sparkle, the same spark, the same entity was there, but it was in a man's body. He'd grown up. It was amazing. We, of course, as if not a second had ever gone between us. It was as if time disappeared. And he was so enthralled and inspired to find out that we'd never stopped and that we still have the same belief in what we do as we did when he was 15 years old. He goes, I got to make a movie about this. Yeah. And you two guys are real characters, you know. He says, you guys are going to make amazing subjects. He was right. His intuitions were right on.
Right. Robb, what did you feel about it when you heard that he was involved? I mean, did you think, were you really excited about it, or were you a little bit skeptical? Or
I wasn't skeptical. I just pondered the thought, well, this is great, a big Hollywood movie. This is bigger than metal. Everybody outside of metal will be able to experience this, but who the hell knows who Anvil is? That's kind of what I thought. But I was into the project, but that was my only thought. And here we are.
Well, let's. I could talk all day about the movie. It's so fascinating. But one of the main things about the movie was the promotion of your CD that you're working on, 13, which, by the way, is a killer CD. You guys, I really think is the best of your career. Robb, your drumming is again amazing. Lips, your riffs. I just don't know how you come up with this stuff constantly. You know, album after album. I love the song 13. It's a great song. I especially like the song of Could've, Should've, Would've. Did I get that right? Or,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Okay, that song has a very Motorhead vibe to it, and I was wondering if was that song. Did you write that in reference to the time, or as reference to the time you almost joined Motorhead, or?
Well, no, it's actually it's what it is. It's my philosophy of life. Mm-hmm. You should never have to say shoulda, woulda, coulda. You should have no regrets. Everything that you do, you make the decisions for a reason. You stick with those things, and you should not have regrets. And that's what I was really trying to say. The Motorhead overtones, we love Motorhead. Yeah. They're in our blood, man. It's part of what we are. See, I believe that what Anvil kind of is, it's sort of a capsulation of all the middle forms of metal and hard rock. Mm-hmm. And we derive a lot of our influences from the original formats, from the Deep Purple, from Black Sabbath, from Motorhead, from Uriah Heep, from all the stuff where it all came from. And we have our way of utilizing those influences and making them our own. Right. But yet you can still, it's transparent enough in our music that you can hear it, which is quite enjoyable to the average metal fan. So it's kind of it's metal. It's almighty metal. It's what it is, you know.
Right. Now, what are some of your future plans? I heard a rumor that you guys were going to be in the movie The Green Hornet. Is that true, or?
Absolutely true. It comes out, I think, this summer. Yeah, we're at Anvil, the band, performing in a scene in the Green Hornet. I don't want to give away what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's no sense giving it away. We'll all wait for people to see it. But what happened was Michel Gondry, the director of the movie, came to the premiere, the same premiere that Dustin Hoffman showed up, and he came up to Sasha and he goes, "I'm going to throw away my cameras and start all over again." He was like so blown away. And about 3 weeks later, he decided, I'm going to get that band in the movie. And he did. And pretty amazing.
Wow. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I've been following metal for like 30 years now, and I've never seen anything like this. It's just totally incredible. I mean, your perseverance.
Yeah, but it's always a miracle when a metal band makes it. You got to face it. Metal is not for everybody. We all know that. That's why the metal fans are it's such a tight-knit little family, the whole thing. You can't dare go commercial. You can't become like a pop band. It's against the metal rules. Yeah. And when we see it happen in a natural way, and not because of going pop, but because of doing it for the real reasons, much the same way like Metallica did. All of a sudden, people started realizing, hey, Metallica, cool. And then everybody started checking it out. But they didn't change or manipulate their music to attain that notoriety. Right, yeah. And that's the same thing that's happened here. It's a miraculous thing. It doesn't happen every day. And it's a great thing.
Well, I guess I don't want to take up too much of your time, but my last question is, you guys are now playing as a three-piece. How have the dynamics of the band changed, and are you going to continue as a three-piece, or have you thought about bringing on another guitarist?
Well, what we found, what I found was, and yeah, what happened when the guitarist, actually the guitarists, and I use that plurally, that we've worked with, was basically became redundant. It's like they're only doing what I'm doing. Why? And initially we were doing it because we needed a second singer, and we needed for backup vocals, and that's what particularly the case with Dave Allison, because Ian Dixon didn't sing, so we hired a second guitar player to do the singing, the backup vocals.